You know what I'm saying? I
Brother
did go like,
Shaka,
oh, yeah.
let me say this before I go. You are one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the documentation.
He is one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Soneta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Soneta love him some Shaka Maat forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Was Prophet Muhammad Black? Let me check the sound quality. Sounds good on my end. Let me just finish sharing those links. Oh yeah. All right, so let me get the fair use disclaimer out of the way. No, not that one. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Who's in the place to be? Andrew Burnett is in the place to be. V. Bennett is in the place to be. Hotel. Now, the chat is open to members only. You have the link to become a supporter. But later on, I will share the link so people can get on the panel. If you want any custom designs for mugs, hats, or shirts, well, you have the link here. You see, custom design here, Maat Forever. We have I'm in a place to be tonight. We have bandanas. We have mugs, hoodies, umbrellas, bags, all sorts. Make sure you subscribe, and thank you, Sister Andrea, for telling me that the sound is good. I appreciate that, as usual. Make sure you subscribe to my second channel. Sometimes I live stream only on my second channel, or sometimes my live stream on both, and the chat is open to subscribers on my second channel. So it's worthy for you to do so. You have the link to the video called Kemet and Maat, which has over 403,000 views. Okay, it's less than an hour long, so if you're interested, feel free. If you're not interested, it is what it is. Now, I want to have a look at one thing quickly. Just bear with me. Check the name. One moment. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, so that's how it is. There's a news that came out about a teacher who pled guilty for sexual misconduct with a minor, but she avoided prison. So okay, so we have the Daily Mail that talks about it. We have also the New York Post, but here is the Daily Mail, and here the New York Post. And it says, ex-Washington State teacher, 25, sobs as she spared jail for sex with schoolboy, 17, while husband was away. After victim's mom told predator attacks had left her son traumatized. McKenna Kindred, 25, pled guilty to having sex with a 17-year-old student. Now, I wonder if those women who claim to be advocate are going to talk about this. Now, the guy was 17, so he was 1 year, prior, 18 years old, which in many places is considered, an adult, some places is 21, but that's a school teacher, you know what I'm saying? But she was quite young. She was 25, so we have what, 6-year difference? What, I cannot even count anymore. 6 years difference. No, it's like that's 8-year difference. Okay, but we know that there are many feminists gone bad, right? If it was the other way around, if the teacher was a male and the student was a female, most likely they would have talked about it. But some feminists gone bad never criticize women, regardless of what they do. So we will see, we will see. So Kindred had been free on bond since her initial arrest in December 2022. The student came round to her house and had sex while her husband was away. So I don't need to continue. You have the link. You can feel free. All right. So we can deal with the main topic at hand. Andrew wrote they have more. I'm sorry, they have 3 more cases like that in Arizona. All right. So I showed you those 3 books that I had, and it's been a few days, if not a week, that I basically, pushed back me addressing this topic. But for those who don't know, there's that video that I made, and I'm going to share the link. And it is called Umar Johnson Said Prophet Muhammad Was Black. That was 13 days ago. So, 2 weeks ago. There's the link. And there was quite, a fair bit of comments, So actually, before I went live, I responded to every comment, or nearly all of them, and I gave them the link to this live stream. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to deal with that claim, those people who claimed that Prophet Muhammad was black. I'm going to share the link in the chat. An article that I wrote a while back. I will call it a scholarly article, but let's say, an article. Prophet Muhammad scholar according to Islamic sources. Now, this book right here, a baby girl, my daughter, she messed with the front page, but you can see it's Black Arabia and the African Origin of Islam by Wesley Muhammad, PhD, published by A-Team Publishing, Atlanta. Background, but that's the back cover. But anyway, I also have that book by the same author called God's Black Prophets. Damn, I wish it wasn't like that, But anyway, by the same author, you see at the bottom, Wesley Muhammad, PhD. And there's another book that a lot of people have used called The Unknown Arabs by Tariq Berry. See? So, let's deal with the article. First, we have Prophet Muhammad described as a white man in Sahih Bukhari. This white man reclining on his arm. Rajul al-Abiyad. Okay? Then we have Prophet Muhammad described as white, still in Sahih Bukhari, a different Sahih. A different Sahih, sorry, a different hadith. My bad. So, he was white, Kana Abiyada. Okay? Then we have Prophet Muhammad described as white in a different one. This time is Sahih Muslim. He was white, Kana Abiyada. Then we have the white cheek of Prophet Muhammad from Sahih Muslim, Bayada Hadahi. Okay, the whiteness of his cheek. Then you have white complexion of Muhammad from Sahih Muslim. I saw the messenger of Allah with a white complexion. The word for white is Abiyada. Then we have Muhammad was not brown. Because mind you, some people say that Prophet Muhammad was black. But here, from a Sahih hadith, right? Sahih Muslim, we are told that he was not brown. Make that make sense. I will share the link to get on the panel. How can you claim that he was black if we are told that he was not brown? And mind you, you have Sahih Muslim Hadith 2347, right? The reference may change depending on the editors. But what's for sure is that you do have the Arabic text. I even took the time to color the words in English and in Arabic, right? So, la bil adami. La is a negative. It means not. It means no, right? And many people will talk about the word Adam, which is translated as brown. Okay? And here you have this book, you have the whole passage, and you see the reference. So you have 6089, you have 113 dash, and then you have in parentheses 2347. So you have the text in English on the left and the text in Arabic on the right. Okay? Now, then we have the white thigh of Prophet Muhammad. This is from Sahih Bukhari. Bayadi Fakhidi Nabiyi Allahi. Okay? The whiteness of the thigh of Allah's prophet. Right? Then we have the white abdomen or stomach or belly. You know, depending on what word you want to use in English, right? Still from Sahih Bukhari. Bayada Bathidi, right? Whiteness of his abdomen. Now, the white arms of Prophet Muhammad. Now, this time is from Sunan Abu Dawood, right? Bayadi Dirai, okay? Now, I don't have the perfect accent in Arabic, you know. I never claim to be fluent in Arabic, okay? But the text is written, okay? So I did the white abdomen, I did the white arms, didn't I? Then we have the white armpits of Prophet Muhammad from Sahih Bukhari. Bayadu Ibtaihi, okay? Then we have the white legs of Prophet Muhammad from Sahih Muslim. Bayadi Sakaihi. Okay? And then we have the rosy complexion of Muhammad. Now, this is not from a Sahih Hadith, if I remember correctly. Oh, actually, it is. It is from Sahih Bukhari. Okay. So, Sahih Bukhari, Hadith 3547. Narrated Rabia bin Abi Abdul Rahman. I heard Anas bin Malik describing the Prophet saying he was of medium height amongst the people, neither tall nor short. He had a rosy complexion, neither absolutely white nor deep brown. His hair was neither completely curly nor quite lank. And the path for rosy complexion is Azhar al-Lawn. I know some people may pronounce it al-Loon. Okay. So note that the English word rosy is a translation of the word Azhar. In red, it spells Azhara. And in red, I'm talking about the text, Azara. Okay. And we are given the following definition of Azhar al-Loon or al-Lawn by Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani in his work entitled Fath al-Bari. Okay, so you can read the rest, you know. So if people disagree with that translation of rosy, fine, no problem. Then we have this article here. Why some people claim that Prophet Muhammad was black-skinned. So I'm going to share that link in the chat. This is basically the same article, but you know, you have different parts. So here, it leads you directly to the article. You have it in the chat. Why some people claim that Prophet Muhammad was black-skinned? Mainly for two reasons. They are practicing linguistic acrobatics with the word abiyad. There it is. Make sure it's sharing well. Yes. They are practicing linguistic acrobatics with the word abyad, which is the main word in Arabic for white, by claiming that it actually means black, or black and noble for that matter. They are using a quote from Ibn Manzur's Arabic lexicon called Lisan al-Arab. They are using a hadith from Sunan al-Tirmidhi where Anas bin Malik described Muhammad with the word asmar, which means brown. Here is why they claim that abyad means black and noble. In the book God's Black Prophet, page 74, Dr. Wesley Muhammad wrote, Syrian scholar Shams al-Din al-Dhahabi, died 1348, affirms, when Arabs say so and so is white, abyad, they mean a golden brown complexion with a black embellishment, al-hinti al-loon bihili yasuda, like the complexion of the people of India, brown and black, asmar wa adam, i.e. a clear, refined blackness, sawad al-takrur. What's interesting is that here we have a quote from someone who died between 600 to 700 years after the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad. Ibn Manzur affirmed the same. The Arabs don't say a man is white or white man, Rajul Abyad, due to a white complexion. Rather, whiteness al-Abyad with them means an external appearance that is free from blemish. Al-Zahir al-Naki min al-Ukub. When they mean a white complexion, they say red, ahmar. When the Arabs say so-and-so is white, Abyad, Baida, they only mean a noble character, al-karam, filakhlak, akhlak, not skin color. It is when they say so-and-so is red, ahmar, hamra, that they mean white skin, and the Arabs attribute white skin to the slaves. But abyad clearly means white, and a brief demonstration will bear witness to that fact. In the book God's Black Prophet, page 71, Dr. Wesley Muhammad wrote, Al-Tirmidhi also, you see, there's a mistake here. Actually, the R before also should be there, because he says reports instead of report. So I'm going to correct that in real time. Now, can you hear me loud and clear? Just want to see if there's some participation in the chat. And you know what? I'm going to open the chat to everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean subscribers. The chat is open to subscribers, so feel free. I'm going to correct that mistake on that article. Won't take me long. Thank you, Sister Andrea, for telling me you can hear me well. All you people who've been claiming that Prophet Muhammad was black, I hope you're gonna holler. JTV is in the place to be. I hope you're gonna holler. I will share the link so we can talk. We can learn together. We can dialogue. We can disagree. We can agree also. So, I4 diverse. Okay, English. Holler. page. I'm almost finished. I've created it now. I have to upload the page so it appears website. And the last time I updated it was August 2023. So if I refresh the page, you should see the correction here. Oh, not yet. Has it not changed? I don't like when it does that. Shouldn't take time, so try again. Let me refresh. Oh my goodness. I'll take the time. Now I'm Expert Peace Fine. Thank you for the education. There's nothing black about Islam. There's 0 widely recognized temples in Africa, just mosques. Like there aren't any real pyramids in the Near East. Don't like when it does that. Sometimes it happens to me. I delete the page and upload it. Now if I refresh, it should disappear. That disappears, something else wrong. Oh, that's a good. I'll read it. I'll take the time, you know. Should not be there. Okay, well, I will continue. I don't know what's going on, but I will continue. So sharing, yes it is. Al-Tirmidhi also reports sick. You know what? I did not even notice. You know, I took all this time. When you put sick SIC, it means that you just, quoting as it is, even though there is a mistake. I go on page 71. Yeah, the mistake is in the book. I've corrected a mistake that was in the book. So I'm just gonna. I took all this time. Now, Al-Tirmidhi also reports from Anas bin Malik, the messenger of Allah was neither tall such that he would stand out, nor was he short. He was not albino white, al-abyad al-amhak. I don't know why you have the S here and apostrophe, but that's what we have in the book. I'm just verifying as I go along. Here the word for albino is al-amhak. Since it says that Prophet Muhammad is not albino white, it obviously shows without a doubt that abyad means white. It is not possible that al-abyad al-amhak means albino black. Not even albino brown, let alone albino noble. Everybody knows that albino is something very white. And unfortunately for the adepts of linguistic gymnastics, the description of Prophet Muhammad not being albino white is found in many hadith. For instance, in Sahih Muslim Hadith 2347. And here you can read it. Oh. It was narrated that Anas bin Malik said the messenger of Allah was neither very tall nor short, and he was neither glaringly white nor brown. And this part in Arabic is Laisa bil abiyadi alamhaki wala bil adami. And it is also found in Sahih Bukhari Hadith 3547 and 3548. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the plural of hadith in Arabic is ahadith, but never mind. Here are other examples demonstrating that abyad clearly means white. God's Black Prophet, page 71, see in the same book. Track of the chat. Okay. Page 71, Ibn Manzur reports that al-sumra is a degree between white, al-abyad, and black, al-aswad, and that it is that in the human complexions, camels, etc. According to Ibn Athir, al-sumra, blackness, predominates over its whiteness. Al-sumra, al-adi, yagirbu, sawaduhu, ala bayadihi. God's Black Prophet, page 75-76. Further, as David Goldenberg notes, white in pre-modern Arabic was about luminosity, not chromaticity. Arab usage distinguished between whiteness related to redness or white skinnedness, al-baida, al-bayad, al-mushrab, bihumra, and whiteness related to yellowness or luminance, al-bayad, al-mushrabi sufra. God's Black Prophet, page 77. The messenger of Allah was luminous of complexion, azar al-lum. His face shone with resplendence like that of a full moon, and his azhar and abiyad complexion had a luster, nur, resembling that of a statue made of clear silver. Here is the use of Sunan al-Tirmidhi by those who claim that Muhammad was black-skinned. In the book God's Black Prophet, page 68, Dr. Wesley Muhammad wrote, "When we examine the classical Arabic literature, our expectations of black-skinned Muhammad are not disappointed. Imam Abu Isa Muhammad b. Isa al-Tirmidhi died 1892. I'm sorry, not 1892, died 892, was a black Arab from the famously black and beautiful Banu Sulaim. He is the author of the Jami al-Tirmidhi, also called Sunan al-Tirmidhi, one of the 6 orthodox collections of Sunni Hadith. He is also the author of the famous Al-Shama'il al-Muhammadiyah, the noble qualities of Muhammad, a collection of hadith describing the Prophet. Al-Tirmidhi reports in both collections a report on the authority of the famous companion of the Prophet Anas bin Malik. The Prophet of Allah was of medium nature, neither tall nor short, with a beautiful dark brown complexioned body. Hassan al-Jism Asmar al-Lun. His hair was neither curly nor completely straight, and when he walked, he leant forward. Note the word dark is nowhere to be seen. Hassan means beautiful, al-Jism means body, Asmar means brown, and al-Lun means complexion. Dr. Wesley Muhammad himself, in his book God's Black Prophet, page 70, wrote, Asmar means brown. First, this hadith is qualified as Harib by Imam al-Tirmidhi himself. Right underneath it says, he said, here are narrations on this topic from Aisha, Al-Bara, Abu Huraira, Ibn Abbas, Abu Sa'id, Jabir, Wa'il bin Hujr, and Hani. Abu Isa said, the hadith of Anas is Hasan Sahih Gharib. Hadith from this route, as a narration of Humaid. And you do have the text in English on the left and the text in Arabic on the right. And this is the part here where it says the hadith of Anas, is a Hasan Sahih Gharib hadith. Now, Gharib means odd or strange. It is mentioned on page 25, Introduction to Jami at-Tirmidhi, where Khalil, the translator, wrote in the section about this book the following. In Jami al-Usul, Ibn al-Athir said, it is the best of the books, having the most benefit, the best organization, with the least repetition. It contains what others do not contain, like mention of the different Mahab's views, angles of argument, and clarifying the circumstances of the hadith being authentic, weak, gharib, odd, as well as disparaging and endorsing remarks regarding narrators. Just going to listen to the sound quality one moment. Okay, sounds good. Now we have town anymore. Oh, okay. So we have Yakanan in a place to be. Peace to you. He wrote, Asmar means black, if I'm not mistaken. It means brown. And if anybody want to claim that Asmar means black, then they can feel free. They can type their reference, And once again, I will share the link so we can get, everybody can get on the panel as long as they come up. So you have the part of the book, This is basically a picture of the book, right? And you have the part that I read, okay? Here's the edition that I'm quoting from. English translation of Jami at-Tirmidhi, Volume 1, compiled by Imam Hafiz Abu Isa Muhammad ibn Isa at-Tirmidhi, translated by Abu Khalil, USA. A hadith edited and referenced by Hafiz Abu Tahir Zubair Alizai. Final review by Islamic Research Section, Dar us Salam. Copyright Maktaba Dar us Salam 2007. And here you can see what I wrote. Secondly, other hadiths from Jami at-Tirmidhi describe Prophet Muhammad with whiteness, not brown. You have 274, 2826, 3623, and 3638. Thirdly, it is reported that Anas gave descriptions of Prophet Muhammad as being white on several occasions in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. Sahih Bukhari 63, 371, 1031. Sahih Muslim 3325, 4437. Ibn Manzur about the word Abiyad in Lisan al-Arab. On the 17th of February 2012, Wesley Muhammad published an article entitled Muhammad, the Black-Skinned Prophet of Black Arabia, on his own blog called Black Arabia. Now let me see if the link is still. Yeah, so I'm going to share the link. Wesley Muhammad's blog article. Now maybe it was modified still. I gave you the date. And you can tell that this article was written a decade ago. Actually, 12 years ago. Here you have the link on the website. Muhammad, the Black-Skinned Prophet of Black Arabia. Okay, so maybe in 12 years it has changed some things, but you have the date when I reviewed it. So this link was still valid as of 2021, February 12. Here, Wesley Muhammad wrote, Ibn Manzur reports in his Lisan al-Arab that al-Sumra is a degree between white al-Bayad and black al-Aswad. And it is that in the context of human complexions, camels, etc. Therefore, we have once again a proof that the word Abiyad/Bayad means white. That is how Wesley Muhammad himself translated it, and Sumra cannot be a degree between black and brown. Between black and black. If we were to consider that Abiyad means black, right? Here is a screen capture of Wesley Muhammad's article. Here, Wesley Muhammad himself showed a white square and he wrote Abiyad/Bayad and he put white in parentheses. But they've been trying to do linguistic acrobatics and linguistic gymnastics and claim that Abiyad/Bayad means black. Then you have Asmar/Sumra, which means brown. So that PhD in Islamic Studies himself says that Asmar means brown. Here is the definition of Asmar in Ibn Manzur's Lisan al-Arab as quoted in the website, the Arabic Lexicon, Hawramani. Right, and I'm going to share the link. I hope it's not going to be too long, but I'm going to share that in the chat. We have way less people now that we're doing scholarship. We have way less people. You have it in the chat. When you be beefing, they're here. You have the link in the chat. So you have one al-sumratu. Almani.com gives the following definition: brown skin color resulting from exposure to ultraviolet light, brownness, tan. 2, you have Nunzila. Almani.com gives the following definition: class, degree, echelon, grade, level, order. 3, we have Al-Bayad. No, we have Bain, sorry. Bain is 3. Almani.com gives the following definition: between/among. 4, we have Al-Bayad, definition white. We have Wa, which means and, A-N-D, and Al-Sawad, which is 6, and it means blackness. Wa, meaning and, is 5, and Al-Sawad is 6, it means blackness. Lastly, according to Ibn Manzur in his Lisan al-Arab, as quoted in Al-Harmani, here is how the definition of Bayad, which means white, starts. And listen to this closely. This is Ibn Manzur in his Lisan al-Arab, because those who do the linguistic gymnastics and linguistic acrobatics, they go, you know what I'm saying? We have the classical Arabic from Ibn Manzur, Lisan al-Arab. Okay, right, let's deal with it. Al-Bayad, Dida al-Sawad, and it means whiteness, opposite of blackness. So all those people who run around and say that Abiyad/Bayad means black, the same guy that they are using in their claims says that whiteness is the opposite of blackness. This proves that the color white and black were considered opposite. Black, then just like it is in modern times. I'm sorry, back then, not black then. Let me read this again. This proves that the color white and black were considered opposite back then, just like it is in modern time, because they say, oh, you need to deal with the classical Arabic, you know what I'm saying? Now, Yakanan wrote that seat. It's Aswad, that means black. Yes, Aswad means black. Aswad/Sauda, you know, yes, indeed. And here, white face of Prophet Muhammad, Jami at-Tirmidhi, Hadith 3638, which is labeled as Da'if, which means weak. I'm clarifying that this Hadith is considered as weak. Narrated Ibrahim bin Muhammad, one of the offsprings of Ali bin Abi Talib, said, when Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, described the Prophet, he will say, he was not extremely tall, nor was he extremely short, and he was of medium height in relation to the people. The wave of his hair was not completely curly nor straight, but it was in between. He did not have a large head nor a small head. His face was round and a blended white color. His eyes were dark black. His eyelashes were long. And here you have the text in Arabic and the translation. The English on the left, the Arabic on the right. I actually finished, the article why people claim that Prophet Muhammad was black. Those are just additional quotes from different hadith and different literature. Now here, interestingly, we have the mention in Sahih Muslim. Is considered an authentic hadith collection. Sahih means authentic or reliable, So Hadith 1602, it talks about Muhammad who sold 2 black slaves for 1 slave. It was narrated that Jabir said a slave came and swore allegiance to the Prophet, pledging to emigrate, and he did not realize that he was a slave. Then his master came looking for him. The Prophet said, sell him to me. And he bought him for 2 black slaves. Then after that, he did not accept the oath of allegiance of anyone until he had asked, is your slave? And you have the text here, the English translation on the left and the Arabic on the right. And that's something. Those people who claim that Prophet Muhammad was black, we have mentioned in an authentic uh, um, hadith that Prophet Muhammad sold two black slaves. And here we have the author Habib Akande in his book Illuminating the Darkness. And I'm only going to, or you know what, I'm going to read the whole. Well, okay, that's the end. It's okay. I'm going to read it all. I'm going to read this whole paragraph. He wrote, the Arabs use the word white. The Arabs' use of the word white was relative and was mainly used for fair-skinned peoples. The Romans, Europeans, and Persians were considered white in comparison to the Arabs, whilst the Arabs were white in contrast to the black Africans. White could also be used metaphorically for dark-skinned peoples. Tariq Berry points out in his book, The Unknown Arabs, the term white can be very confusing to those reading about the description of the people of the past, because in the past, when Arabs described someone as white, they meant something entirely different from what is meant today. In the past, when the Arabs described someone as white, they meant either that he had a pure, noble essence, or that he had a nice, smooth complexion without any blemishes. They meant he had a black complexion with a light brownish undertone. Ibn Mandur, the acclaimed Arab linguist of the 13th century, says in his Arabic lexicography, Lisan al-Arab, when the Arabs say a person is abyad, white, they mean that he has a pure, clean, faultless character. They do not necessarily mean that he has white skin. So when the Arabs say so-and-so has a white face, they mean that he is free from blemishes and defects. The 9th century linguist At-Thalabi informs us the Arabs do not say that a man is white because of a white complexion. White to the Arabs means that a person is pure without any faults. Thus, a person described as white by the early Arabs may have been pale-skinned or had a brownish complexion. And this is what the author Habib Akande wrote in his book Illuminating the Darkness. Unfortunately, some pseudo-Islamic cults of recent times have put forward the theory that when the Arabs used the word white, they were actually referring to blacks. Thus, the Prophet Muhammad was described as white in authentic prophetic traditions. It means he was actually black. This type of reasoning is absurd and unheard of from traditional scholars of Islam. Traditional scholars of Islam are in agreement that the Prophet was most certainly not black or African, as pseudo-Islamic groups propagate in modern times. And you have the footnote 8, and it says, talking about these pseudo-Islamic groups that propagate that in modern time. Pseudo-Islamic black sects of recent times include the Nation of Islam, the 5 Percenters, and the Moorish Science Temple of America. Dang. Now, he is a black author, for those who may wonder. Now, Habib graduated from Kingston University in the UK with a first-class BA with honors degree in business and film studies. After his graduation, he traveled to Cairo, Egypt to study Arabic, Islamic law, and Islamic history at Al-Azhar High School and University. By profession, Habib works as a corporate tax advisor. After qualifying as a chartered accountant, he is also the founder of Rabah Publishers. So I'll finish with this article. I can share the link so people can get on the panel. Number X wrote, now colors means something else. Yakanan wrote, white means pure. Europeans were called red. Number X wrote, when it comes to slavery, they are clear about black. Dang, they were clear about black, yes. Yakanan wrote, Chaka, where do you stand on this? Was he black or white according to you? According to me, and based on the Islamic tradition, like the Sahih Hadith, Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslims, and the other that I quoted, he was white skinned. And when I say white, I don't mean that people from Norway or Sweden or Denmark, but basically white as we use it today. You know, he was not black skinned, he was not black according to the Islamic sources. Now, now I'm an expert. Hey, fam, the sky is not blue; it's actually green. Linguistic gymnastics and linguistic acrobatics. So let me share the link so people can get on the panel. We can talk about this or anything else. Feel free. If you disagree with anything that I said today, yesterday, a few years ago, feel free. A few months ago, feel free. Yakanan wrote or is greeting VB. So here's the link to get on the panel. All of you who believe that Prophet Muhammad was black, or the Arabs of the 7th century, then feel free. But you are sadly mistaken. And what's funny is those who are Muslim and who make that claim. Because all of a sudden now they want to go against the hadith, which is amazing for a Muslim. And we're talking about Sahih hadith. So come on now, let's see. Where are you? All of you who've been saying that Prophet Muhammad was black, where are you? It's always like that. They make claims, but when it's time to engage in discussion or dialogue, not to say debate, but if they want to call it debate, they can. Where are you guys? Come on now. Where are you? Bearded opponents wrote the prophet was light-skinned. Well, I don't know if you arrived recently, but my stance is that Prophet Muhammad was not black and the Arabs of the 7th century were not black. That's my stance. So it's like that. And for example, with the color of the ancient Egyptians, my stance is that they were black. And I've shown artifacts where they are clearly black. I have many people who ran from me, like Metatron, and also a PhD in Egyptology ran from me. It's a matter of fact. Bearded opponents wrote, not dark skin, rather your complexion. You have to have knowledge of the Arabic language. I have knowledge of the Arabic language. Do you have knowledge of the Arabic language? Now, you must have arrived recently. Do you want to get on the panel and we can talk about this? Because I read the Arabic language where Prophet Muhammad is described as white, not light skin, white, abiyad, baida, rajul abiyad, this white man. Rajul means man. Atakaram Arabia? Yakanan wrote, I have a big player for you on this topic, Sudan Masina. French brother, speaks Arabic fluent and has dealt with some imams. I'm glad he mentioned that, brother. Sudan Masina is a French speaker. I think he is from Mali. And it looks like he has lived in France for a while. Maybe he still lives in France. And he made many videos claiming similar things, that Prophet Muhammad was black, right? Now, a lot of people mention him. Now, I think he knows about me. If he doesn't, he can holler at me. But he would have to come up with something in writing, like I have. Sudan Masida is wrong. Let me say it in French. Sudan Masida a tort. Sudan Masina a tort. Sudan Masina, tu as tort. D'après les hadiths Sahih, comme Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, le prophète Mohammed est décrit comme blanc. Il n'est pas décrit comme noir. And let me just say this. Sudan Masina got a white/Berber, somebody who I think is from Algeria, right? Who agreed with him and sat by him. Well, guess what? And I'm going to show. I think it's in the French one. I think I have it on my French. So bottom. I gotta look for it. But for those who may wonder, I have translated my article in French as well. So those who know Soudan Massina can send him this. Si vous connaissez Soudan Massina, vous pouvez lui envoyer ce lien. Il est libre d'écrire un article pour réfuter ce que j'ai écrit. J'ai cité des sahih, des hadiths sahih. Okay? Now, Bearded Opulence wrote, Abyad, yes, I speak Arabic. Abyad means light brown, not European or Caucasian or white. Okay, where do you get that from? Where do you get that Abyad means light brown? Where do you get that from? In Lisan al-Arab, Ibn Mandur said that Abyada is opposite. Let me show you again, because maybe you just arrived recently. Boom. This is Ibn Mandur, right? Ibn Mandur. Now, if you want to say he was wrong, feel free, right? And he wrote Al-Abyad Dida Al-Sawad, which means whiteness opposite of blackness. Do you want to get on the panel, Bearded Opulence, or you just want to hide in the chat? Yakanan would Sahih Muhammad is Persian, not Arab. The Arab hadith are mostly burned. So which hadith do you follow then? Bearded Opulence with the complexion of lions, camels, and variants of brown with a black overtone. The understanding of the Arabs. Where do you get that from, Bearded Opulence? I showed you my source. I've shown you Ibn Mandur from Lisan al-Arab. I've shown you quotes from Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. What's your source? Imam al-Hafid ad-Dahabi said, okay, you said the name. What's the book? What's the book called? Is there any hadith that describe Prophet Muhammad as black? There is one hadith that those linguistic gymnastics use to claim that Prophet Muhammad was black. Is that At-Tirmidhi hadith, where indeed you have him, I'm talking about Prophet Muhammad, described as brown, and it is a weak, or I'm sorry, not weak, a strange hadith, odd, harib. That's the best they could have done. So, okay, and a person's TDI overtone is okay, yeah, okay. Bearded Opulence, can you tell me, is there any Sahih hadith? Because some people bring up hadith coming out of space, like Soudan Massina does. Let me say it in French. Soudan Massina sort des hadiths sortis de l'espace. Ici, des hadiths sortis de l'espace qui ne sont pas sahih. Et il prétend que ce sont les hadiths les plus fiables au monde. Soudan Massina said that those are hadith, the most reliable hadith in the world. And it's not even taken from a sahih collection. So Bearded Opulence, see, this is what they do all the time. Now he doesn't understand English anymore. Now the famous linguist Ibn Mandur, may Allah, outquoted Ibn Mandur, and look, it's on the screen. You see, you're playing games. You're playing games. Ibn Mandur wrote that whiteness is opposite of blackness, and the word for whiteness is al-abyad, which is an alternative of abyad, baida, right? So he's saying this is the same word that you guys claim means black for Prophet Muhammad. That's the word used. Abyad, that's the main word for white in Arabic. You're playing games, but Bearded Opulence, you just repeated what you heard online for years. That's all. Okay, so all he's going to do is just copy and paste, and that's what they've been doing. Just like Judah Nasra did with Kemet. He went online, did some Google scholarship, and then he showed some pictures of a man and a woman being involved romantically, and he claims that these are two men. these claims that this guy Bearded Opulence is typing, you have many websites, many social media. Okay, how can I get on the panel? That's what's up. That's what's up. Now you need to use a webcam. That's a requirement. Here's the link. You need to use a webcam. We need to see your face. No sunglasses. We're in the real world here. Okay. You are welcome. You just need to click on that link here. Chris Medina wrote, Europeans were called black. Where do you get that from? What's the book? Who's the author? Did you get that from Google? So anyway, these claims of Prophet Muhammad being black, there's many posts meaning pale. Okay, so black means pale now. Okay, all right. I heard you. You're probably a Moor. So on Facebook, on many social media, there's those claims. People copy and paste those claims and they think they're going somewhere. Now those claims, Wesley Muhammad made a book out of it. Wesley Muhammad, PhD in Islamic study, challenged me to a debate. I accepted. We spoke about it. Then he ran when he realized that he was going to get embarrassed. I've been dealing with this for a long time. So Bearded Opulence, you wrote, how can I get on the panel? And I told you here's the link to get on the panel. Are you coming on the panel? Will you come up? Will you use a webcam? And it's not because of you only. It's just a requirement for everybody. To get on my panel, people need to use a webcam, whether it's your computer or your smartphone. Oh, here I am, Lord. Let's see, there's a webcam. I don't see a webcam yet, but I have someone called Here I Am, Lord. Okay, he's gone. Was that you, Bearded Opulence? And anybody else can get on the panel. You can disagree with me. I may be wrong, who knows? I have no problem if people disagree with me. But I know what I'm talking about. I'm very confident and very comfortable about this topic. Prophet Muhammad was not black, according to Islamic sources. And you notice, oh, he said it's not me. Okay, fine. So you're not going to get on the panel then, are you? Fine. In the meantime, you are welcome on the panel. Is there any Sahih, authentic hadith that describes Prophet Muhammad as black? Yes or no? There is not a single authentic hadith. And when I say authentic hadith, right, I'm talking about one hadith that comes from the hadith collection considered reliable, authentic. And I think we will agree that there are 6 collections that are considered Sahih. He wrote he was a black Arab man. Yeah, according to you. But you can claim anything. Like Nama X wrote, hey fam, the sky is not blue, it's actually green. So you can claim he was a black Arab man, but you're escaping my question though. Is there any Sahih hadith? Is there any authentic hadith that describes Prophet Muhammad as black? Now, here I am, Lord, is trying again, but I don't see any webcam. So it's the requirement. If you didn't know, it's for everybody, not just you. So maybe it's connecting. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but you need a webcam. I need to see your face. We need to see your face again on the panel. It's a requirement for everybody. It's nothing personal. So everybody can see that Bearded Opulence does not answer my question. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Feel free to speak. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you. Feel free to speak.
Cool, bro. So are you Muslim or Christian?
I'm not Muslim. I'm not Christian.
Okay. So
how about yourself? Are you Muslim or Christian?
I'm Christian, bro. Yeah, Christian. I study Islam.
Okay. Feel free to speak. Okay. Feel free to speak.
If you just look, there's multiple hadiths talking about the whiteness of Muhammad, and he's also described as having a ginger beard. This is why in Arabic countries you might see older Muslim men dyeing their beards with henna, so it's like ginger, which is really interesting. So I think if anyone, this is off the top of my head, if anyone says that Muhammad was a black man, to kill him, which is pretty interesting that there are black Muslims. A bit of a oxymoron. I mean, obey your imam even if he was an Ethiopian slave whose head looked like a raisin. So it
There's a
makes
mention
me
of head
think.
looking like a resin indeed. But hold on. I would like to ask you, did you hear me? Did you hear my stance about Prophet Muhammad? Did you hear me say that as far as I'm concerned, he was not black? Did you hear that from me?
No, I've just literally come onto the stream, paused it, and saw.
All right,
and
okay.
about
Well, just for your information, the title of this video was Prophet Muhammad black? But my stance is that he was not black. He was white skinned, because that's how it is described in the Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslims. You see, and here we have this person here, bearded opulence. When I ask him if there's any Sahih Muslim that describes Muhammad as black, he wrote, yes, there are authentic hadith. Now, once again, can you just quote a single hadith from a Sahih collection, right? From a Sahih collection that describes Prophet Muhammad as black? Please feel free. Now here, hold on, please. He wrote. So what's your interest in this subject if you're not Muslim? So now you're supposed to be Muslim to talk about this subject. Make that make sense.